Bryson Baker in foul territory makes the catch on out number 2. And now Westy Will, the batter for Dan Smith. Will batting .550 on the series.
Westy Gull back at the middle, base hit.
Will aboard with a single. He advances over to second on the throw. And now left fielder Colby Hughes.
DW from softballcenter.com going to make his way over here shortly. There's our high atop view. The lights are on here at Champion Stadium. And what we know is there's either going to be 2 or 3 games remaining here this season. Both of these teams are hoping there'll be 3. Because that would mean they would have a chance to be men's major champions. Colby Hughes, line drive.
Will comes in to score on the single to left field by Hughes. 4-0 lead here in the top of 1 for
Stephen Lloyd started off the inning with a single, Dirk with a double,
Kyle Pearson
and Chris Greinert with a home run.
Kyle Pearson, a 2-run blast over the left field wall.
Another home run. Look at this start for Dan Smith.
Pearson, that's his first round trip ticket of this year's series. And the bases are cleared. He's batting .750 for the series. This is Brian Zirkle.
Zirkle the batter now. So almost the entire lineup has batted. The only athlete left, Tommy Bloom. Six nothing Dan Smith. There's a called strike. Miss hit. And floated out to left field.
Waichman in left.
Waichman grabs it, corrals it,
but Dan Smith puts 3 runs
and ends the top of the first inning.
They put 6 runs up on the board.
Resmondo coming to the plate for the first time when we come back.
2 up for Resmondo.
With direct flights daily, your vacation begins at GoMelbourneFlorida.com.
Each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
It's a lot of hard work.
We know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free when booking their team's travel with us.
All right, come on, fine.
Save time, save money, fly with the Air Travel Group.
I'd still call it a little more than a light dusting of the field. Not as heavy as it was falling earlier. As Resmondo comes to the plate here for the bottom of the first inning.
Sorry about that. All right, here we go.
There's Resmondo's starters: Bryson Baker, Kyle Pearson, Greg Cannell, Brian Waichman, Travis Clark, Buddy Wolf, Bubba Mack III, Scott Kirby getting the start, and Mike Umshot.
Hands coming down. Play!
The hands are coming down, and we're playing a little softball. And Baker opens things up with a home run.
Bryson Baker over the wall.
Resmondo hoping that the winds will change and blow out to left field with all these right-handed hitters.
An RBI with 13, 5 home runs, Kyle Pearson.
Hands coming down. Plate. Not enough. Nope. Plate.
Keep working up there. Let's go. There it is.
Foul.
Foul ball.
Yep. Hands coming down. Plate.
That ball lifted and gone as well.
Kyle Pearson over the wall.
The solo shots starting us off.
2 home runs, and now middle infielder. Batting .647 for the series with 5 home runs. Greg Cannell.
Hands coming down, sir. Plate.
So the first to reach via home run. And Greg Cannell is going to beat this one out at first. You got to love that hustle out of the box.
Time.
Corny was going from the moment he said go.
Cannell born on first base. And now the left fielder with 5 home runs, 13 driven in.
And out here
Brian Waichman.
is Brian Waichman.
Hands coming down. Plate. Outside. Plate.
Into the
Foul.
corner, just out. Wow. This is called effort here.
They should have hustled down there last one.
Hands coming down, sir. Plate.
A lot of people rooting on Dan Smith in this one. And here Waichman disappointed with that swing. That's the first out here.
Number 1 off the bat of Brian Waichman. And
Jake McGowan. Let's go with Smash It. Obviously, they're going to play in the championship game. Luke Stoltz going with the National Ducks to win it. Tim Resmondo.
Hands coming down. Play.
Philip Hambrick. Resmondo.
Good, correct.
Play.
Travis Clark, the pitcher,
Yes, that
lines
one
it
was
into
good.
center for a base hit.
Time.
With another base hit, and now over to third. Now right fielder number 94, Buddy Wolf.
Yep.
Dan Smith scored the first 6. Everybody's under the underhang right now because it is raining heavily
Hands coming
here
down.
at Champion
Play.
Stadium. Buddy Wolf
Foul.
into the corner, it's foul. And Wolf will go back to the box.
Yep. Hands coming down. Play.
Buddy Wolf,
Wolf over the
home run show.
ball, a 2-run blast. Over
Just
the
raining enough to make you mad.
The bases are cleared for number 25,
two outs.
Bubba Mack.
One less run.
Hands coming down. Play.
Yep.
Strike. Yep.
Called strike. The illustrious DW from
Hands coming down.
softballcenter.com
Play.
back here with us after getting you some incredible content, I would assume.
Trying to.
What's the favorite thing you've posted so far?
I've been posting a day-by-day recap of the winners bracket. So I just put up day 3, which was Friday.
Okay.
So you can check that out.
The championship tonight, Rod, will be still here on Facebook Live. It's not going to switch to ESPN like it was previous years. Actually, it goes both ways. You know, the
Hands
I
coming
know that
down.
everybody
Sir. Play.
has enjoyed, obviously, the TV coverage and this, that, and the other, but it is something to be said about being able to watch it live, watch it easily. Kirby back in the lineup with a home run.
How about that? Kirby with the pulled muscle. They didn't think he'd be able to go, and he hit it 400 feet straight away center at the top of the fence.
Didn't look like an injured swing here. Take another look.
No, this is a professional swing right here. Wind blowing pretty hard in. It's still raining.
Hands coming down. Play.
Backside, it's got a chance to the corner.
Carrying, and that one is
How about
gone.
it? Where was all this power last game, Bernie?
They could have used it in the first, second, or the final inning.
Resmondo against Smash at winners bracket final. I was just looking at the box score. Smash hit 6 homers. Resmondo just 4. 4 homers. They got 4 homers in this inning.
Yep.
Must be the pitching.
Kevin Bazat.
Hands coming down. Play.
Yeah, the pitching, obviously a big difference that we talked about on the Dan
Inside.
Smith side. Obviously,
Play.
they still are dealing with some injuries.
Foul.
L.C. Watson going down last night in that semifinal. That was a big turning point as Dan Smith was leading 10-1 when their pitcher went down with injury. And they never recovered.
What makes it so difficult to hit home runs
sir.
off of Andy Purcell?
I guess it's just he seems to be able to get a little more speed on his pitches, and it's the knuckleball. He knuckles it so that
Hands coming down.
maybe it floats just enough to miss that sweet spot on the bat.
Kevin Bazat, that one is gone as well.
Wow.
Kevin Bazan over the right field wall.
They did that earlier. They would be resting
Time is
right now,
called.
eating dinner, and getting some clean clothes, dry clothes in the hotel. They batted around here in the bottom of the first. Resmondo leading 8-6 over Dan Smith, two of the great sponsors in softball history.
No problem. We're going to hit anyway. You're not going to hit. Come on. All right, let's go. All right.
Is your mic okay?
Apparently so.
Mike, all right.
Yeah.
Caught on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually want to hear me yelling at you?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The internet wants to know
Hey,
that?
you're throwing good pitches.
Yeah.
They're hitting the snot out of them.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, if you have to come out this inning, come see me first.
Yes.
Okay.
Hands coming down.
The hand is coming down from Arkansas.
Bryson Baker back to the top. Baker home run. Cal Pearson home run. Corny reach down, but was called
Hands
an
coming
error.
down.
But I love this hustle. I think that while they wouldn't have beat it out, it certainly send the tone.
That one might be fair.
Fair into the corner. First time through this lineup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home runs
Baker with a
in the first 10.
So the #1 power hitting team in the country, maybe one of the best of all time, Resmondo,
Yep.
hit 6 homers in the first against Dan Smith, but against Andy Purcell they only hit 4 in 7 innings.
That's why he's the
And they say
greatest.
Right,
Hands coming down.
greatest
Plate.
of all time.
Nope, not enough hump.
Pearson. Kyle Pearson against Kyle Pearson in this game.
What do you think about that?
It's 2 of them. One's a middle infielder for Dan Smith, and one just hit the ball
Time.
for Resmondo.
I think one Kyle Pearson hits the ball a whole lot further.
A whole lot further, although the Dan Smith Kyle Pearson did have a homer in that first inning.
Here's Connie. I know you were taking questions for your chat board earlier.
Hands coming down. Plate.
Looking for questions to ask the teams.
That's actually, I thought that he caught it in the air, but I guess it didn't matter because they flipped it to second. And that will retire the side. But what an inning for Resmondo. 9 in the first. They're +3. So getting done.
That will do it for Resmondo, but they do put up a big inning. They get 9
Back here under the lights. Champion Stadium.
Yeah, the grounds crew, remember,
Because he's not out here, right?
talking to
No,
home
the
plate
guy
ump
was
Ken
saying-
Hawk, saying the
Well, look,
lightning
I'm trying
is
to help you
20.
out. Yes.
It's getting further away.
Oh, that's
And
good.
then he
Yeah.
throws it at me.
The good news is if this was baseball,
moved out to 7 miles. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going away.
we might be done, but because it's slow pitch, we're playing right through it, and hopefully, last 2 days it was calling for more of that mid-afternoon showers than it was PM thunderstorms. So hopefully, this is it for the night.
All right, hands coming down. Plate.
Thomas Bloom at the plate.
Yep.
Maybe not a spot that he thought that he'd be in.
Right, backup pitcher for Dan Smith. L.C. Watson usually pitches almost the entire tournament. Rarely gets knocked
That's
out.
okay.
And he really had seemed perplexed in those first couple innings yesterday before he got hurt. Bloom.
That was flat.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to walk the last hitter in the lineup. 9-6 for Resmondo lead, top of the second.
Yeah, no, we're not. No.
I mean, according to weather.com, it's 60% chance of showers right now and clear the rest of the night. So hopefully,
hands coming down. Plate.
This is kind of our final hurrah, if you will.
Beside it.
Stephen Lloyd at the plate.
We're down to the last 2 or 3 games here at Disney.
Yeah, ever.
17 years the major's been played here. Waichman on the run, can't get there.
You gonna miss him?
I think so. You know, we only come here once a year, so it's kind of unique. Leadoff hitter Lloyd with a double, second and third. Shout out to precision manager Todd Ankney. I think he's watching. Maybe we get him to do some announcing.
We can.
He's in the park.
Booth
Wants
is
to
open.
Stop by, come on up the elevator.
I think I'm a lot more entertaining when I have somebody to talk to.
Yeah. Todd knows the game.
Hit it.
Chad Durek at the plate.
He does.
That was at the bottom. That was a good on high.
Too many trips to the mound, though, Todd Ankney. If
Here
you
we
recall.
go. Plate.
It's kind of like a human rain delay, right?
Right. 10 trips to the mound, that's 10 minutes.
Dirk. Corney stayed in front of it, but doesn't throw it, and the bases are loaded.
Time.
Nice job there knocking it down.
Got a text asking how to watch archived games. There's a replay. Couldn't find the handle.
YouTube.com/PlayUSSA soon.
But
right
also
on
Facebook.
Every game is on Facebook.
Just like USSSA Slow Pitch Softball on Facebook. You can click the video
every game
tab.
is there, and we're not planning on moving any of them.
Right, click the video tab. You can see all the games from the week.
Time.
And I know I sent you the number earlier, but it really is pretty crazy to think about. But on the USSSA Slow Pitch Softball page, I know at this point, counting the views that they had the first day, they've gotten over 1 million views. That's not impression, so at least some people have sat by, not necessarily 1 million different people, but 1 million views collectively among the people that have gone to the page and at least checked out Slow Pitch Softball this week. Not a bad week.
Yep, 1 million views, a new record.
That's the bottom, that's the bottom.
Play.
Big John Williams, runners on the corners. Popped it up.
Good job.
Late break there by Umshad, gives away to Buddy Wolf for the out. Run's going to score.
You're up, no throw.
What do these two teams have to do to have a chance
Time.
to smash it? Do you think that one or the other has a better chance of doing the double dip?
I think we were talking about this earlier with Lindsay when she was looking for some things to say or interviews. The two teams, we looked up their record, and Dan Smith has beaten Resmondo 3 out of 4 this year, and 2 out of 2 on the baseball fields. Very similar teams. You know, power, hitting, and
coming down.
Maybe not the greatest defense at the major level on either team. Where is that ball going?
Looks like the ballpark is going to hold it.
Wow. So they rely on power, which at night may be better, although we haven't seen huge scores at night by any means.
When I'm there, you call it.
So they'll both be trying to play the power game against Smash It Scene. Trying and most likely failing.
That's all right.
Batters Westy Gill. Runner on second, 2 out. All tied up at 9. They're giving Gill the right field line.
Hands coming down, sir.
Not sure that's a good idea.
It's coming to you, Bubs.
No, here.
Gill's
Never
up
got
in the
it.
front left corner of the box, way off the
No, it was
plate.
out. Plate.
Wolf now moving towards the line, right under Clark's glove. Cannell's got it, throws to Pearson for the out. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied 9-9.
9-9 headed to the bottom of the inning.
I got it. Count.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at GoCocoBeach.com.
Out of field.
Here they are. Good tournament play happening on the backfields today. USSSA World Series. They got the all clear, and so you see some of the faithful getting set to head back to competition on the backfields as we continue here in the bottom of the second inning. 9-9
Hands
score.
coming down, sir. Play.
Men's B World back in the back. One of the conference teams, Fence Broker, still in the winner's bracket.
Waichman ripped that one up the middle. Was thinking two, and wisely holds it first and will take a single.
Slipped a little there around the base. Bases are definitely going to be wet.
So Waichman, who flew out in his first plate appearance, gets a single there. The field has taken a lot of rain the last 2 days, but this is a ballpark that can certainly take not as much rain as they can on the Space Coast, but presumably a lot.
Yeah, with the turf fields in Vieira. Can't beat that. But the field is actually looking a little better right now. Might get some better bounces here the rest of the night. Ball's going to be wet in that outfield, though, when they pick it up the rest of the night.
Here's Travis Clark, singled and scored.
Hands coming down. Play.
Yep.
Clark outside, nearly a strike. Takes ball one.
Play.
Pulls it.
Guess if you think back to Daytona, the Men's Major World Series is kind of still spaced within an hour drive or so from Daytona here to Orlando, now back over on the coast of Vieira.
I think since they went to baseball fields pretty much, it's been in Florida. You hear stories, the old times they went out to California one year, and I think it was in the Midwest in Iowa once.
So Travis Clark with his second single of the contest, 2 on for Buddy Wolf.
Inside.
I'll say they played on
first time up.
They played on a baseball field in Virginia, near the headquarters there, I think, for at least a couple of years. When U-Trip was located up there.
It's plate.
Wolf will draw a walk. It is easier when it is so close by.
Bubba Mack gets the bases loaded. This is where they couldn't come up with a hit against the Scene.
Hands coming down, sir. Play.
Ripped. And that one was almost snagged. But it's going to score 2 on a double.
2 on double for Bubba.
Time.
Resmondo back in the lead. And now 6-time All-World selection, Scott Kirby.
Well, you talked about Kirby playing through the injury. Didn't look that way in his first plate appearance.
Not at all. Playing hurt.
Hands coming down. Play.
Kirby with a chance to drive home 2 more on the base pass. He hits that one to the gap. It's going to score 2. He's playing to right. Everything is going right.
With a double in the gapper. Right center field. Wolf and
It's an offensive game, this one.
The wind right now, a bit of a non-factor. Obviously, it's cooled down substantially from the rain.
10 degrees, actually, 87 to 77.
Yeah, with so much that we completely opened up all of our windows here. Our booth isn't going to be quite as spacious next year.
No.
We could take Paul's office and maybe get a little more room.
Knock out a wall.
It's a possibility.
Maybe move Paul in with you.
Play. Spot for him downstairs.
Strike!
Oh, there's a lot of room down there, the locker room area.
Shied.
It was close. It was close.
You see the difference in the umpiring style because Doc Beckwell really called and talked his way through.
Hands coming down. Play.
The winner's bracket final.
Right.
Not quite so much chatter here as.
There's Kirby. You can see he's not able to run full speed, but
we'll take him.
Yeah. As long as he's productive, which he usually is here at the World Series.
They're talking about on the last stream.
I got you.
The cost of being a sponsor, and of course it varies, but I've mentioned that you're certainly a lot more of an expert on it.
Yeah, you know, they throw around figures. The expenses without paying players.
Time is called. Kevin.
For these top teams, with as many, if you look at the Resmondo bench, how many people are involved in the team?
Just letting you know. So
you're probably talking $100,000.
It just to move them around, right?
Just hotels, flights,
No, I appreciate it.
rental cars. But when you get into paying players, that's when the top teams, Resmondo, Dan Smith, Smash It Scene, you know, you start getting into 250, 300,000 area probably. And when they start getting into bidding wars on players, it may go higher than that.
Yep. Yeah. Got all right. Both of them were. All right, Steve.
These guys love to talk strike zone, don't they?
Again, you got to come out. Come see me first.
I'll do it again.
Yep.
If he comes out a second time, he has to pull the pitcher out.
Wet.
So that's why
they wouldn't have a whole lot
Ken
of
Hawk's
options.
reminding him.
Do you know if LC is completely out of the question for the rest of the evening?
He's wearing shorts down there, so I think he's done.
Speeds. Hey.
No one's more disappointed than LC, but that was there's hamstring pulls, and then there's what he did, which is season ending.
Play.
Nice swing.
Out of here.
Way out of here.
Now, is there an advantage for Resmondo? Obviously, the pitcher is going to be a lot different, but if they can maybe find some confidence in their swings and hit some home runs here going into that game?
Can't hurt, right? They don't have anything to lose now. To be honest, there's no pressure on them. I mean, the pressure was that winner's bracket final. Now there's nobody in the world thinking they're going to double dip anyone. I mean, they still have to get past Dan Smith here.
But it does look like they're swinging the bat a lot freer here in this game, as you see Baker fly out to Colby Hughes in left field.
A lot more relaxed, for sure. Looking more like the Resmondo team that we've seen in just short stints throughout the year. 16-9 on the run, 16-9 on the hits.
Coming down. Play.
Pretty good efficiency.
If you missed the home run derby, that's what you missed.
Pearson, some fireworks at the home run derby. Home run champ. Looks like we have the OA apparel part of the Resmondo sponsorship. Jason Wilkins down there in the purple on the Resmondo bench. We can get a shot between batters.
Hands coming down. Play.
Some of the big sponsors now hanging out in the dugouts as we get down to the bigger games of the day.
Play.
Greg Cannell.
Outside.
Travis Resmondo is back after being ejected. There he is.
There's Jason Wilkins from OA Apparel.
And to find Travis, you got to look right behind him.
That's well hit.
Travis looking
and over the 385
for his 11th. But of the 11, I wouldn't think that any had come without Andy Purcell, right?
I think the two were together for all of them. Do we know for sure it's 11 or 12?
Oh, he said he's going for 11 last night.
Hands coming down. Play.
Brian Waichman.
Play.
At the plate.
Shit. Foul ball.
Guess he didn't like that foul ball, huh?
Yeah, he was frustrated with his first plate appearance. Waichman singled in his last at bat.
Hands coming down, sir. Play. In.
Good mix there, good mix.
Play.
Popped him up, right side. Westy Gill goes back, makes the catch. 2 out. 9 runs in both innings for Resmondo. That's a pretty good start compared to their winners final where they put up 2 zeros.
Seemed like the defining moment of the last game was when Travis Clark went behind a catch and they brought in Sanchez.
Hands coming down. Play.
He had a lot better success against Matt.
Short.
Sanchez shut him down.
Would you think that Sanchez would start the potential championship game, or you got to start with Travis Clark and then make an adjustment?
I wouldn't wait too long on the adjustment. I'd be tempted to start Sanchez. Try to get off to a good start.
I got you.
And obviously the positive is Clark can still hit, so he's not going to hurt you in the lineup as a catcher.
Clark at catcher. You switch him out whenever you want.
Buddy Wolf.
Gonna have a catcher switch.
Yeah.
Dan Smith batting 10 or 11?
Dan Smith. Got 10.
Oh, so I thought we were gonna have a catcher switch as Griner walked off the field.
Okay, we get none.
Griner's gonna pitch.
No. Grab one of theirs. Here we go.
Bloom looking for a hat.
Here you go.
Griner's going to pitch. This is something new.
A new look.
I'm thinking I've never seen him pitch.
Pigeon.
Yep.
There might be a few pitchers or hitters, that might want to get back at
hands coming
Griner
down.
for
Play.
some line drives up the middle over the years.
Strike!
So that'll be interesting. Usually when a guy that doesn't pitch a lot in a conference comes in,
Hands coming down.
there's
Play.
a lot of walks. We'll see.
And Doc clearly talking about the expansion of the zone next year. Is it something that you think is going to benefit the game?
Yeah,
next, come over
it's
now.
something
Cool,
we
I got
need
you. Time's called.
desperately. A little bit on the height. The height should be a little higher and a little bit on the corners.
Hands coming down.
How will it
Play.
affect the score?
Good boy.
I mean, you'd think scores would come down with less walks and less meatballs.
Oh, wow. Colby Hughes almost.
Arm of Colby Hughes.
What an effort by Hughes.
And now Bubba Mack to bat.
Hughes was right there.
Tried a couple of those maybe while I was out there.
It's going to go as a home run. 11-run Resmondo second inning.
He throws a strike, and that's what he does, isn't it?
So they're leading by 11.
Yeah. Hands coming down, sir. Play. In here, never got it.
Just a little bit. Nice pitch. Good job.
Strike!
Good job.
Called strike.
Play.
How do you evaluate Chris Greiner's pitching style so far?
He hasn't walked anyone, so give him credit.
Bubba Mack.
The slugging percentage against is pretty high, though.
Bubba Mack, the 2006
6 bases on 2 batters.
MVP award with a 2-out
Of course, he almost got that out.
Tell me where's
Hughes almost robbed him there.
Baltimore, Oriole, or National?
What's that? Orioles.
Scott Kirby
Right outside Baltimore City.
Tom Bloom, the catcher, now talking to
Love the Bears.
Ken Hawk, talking about where he's from, Baltimore, Maryland.
Hands coming down. Play.
Bloom used to play for Angle Inn out of Maryland.
Play.
Kirby.
Kirby's found his groove. They're saving him for prime time.
Prime time's tonight. Let's hope they're saving him for that. Kirby with 2 homers, working on that home run frequency.
He got one.
They told me that it's about as high as it gets, right?
Yeah, I think he's the all-time leader, depending on how this tournament comes out. All-time leader at Disney on home run frequency.
Hands coming down. Play. That's over.
Just a little bit.
Well, he's got 2 home runs and a double. Kirby does tonight. Here's
Play.
Mike Umscheid, a double and a home run.
Our man Greinert might be serving BP here.
He is going to match.
Here you go.
Kirby. And it looks like Bloom has had enough of a break.
So he gave up 3 homers and a double. That's 14 bases on 4 batters. That's almost as bad as you can possibly do. But he didn't walk anybody.
Hey, that first pitch he threw was a dead nut strike.
If you need a good BP pitcher,
Greinert's the guy, right?
Yeah, batting practice. You want to get your players' confidence up. Maybe put Greinert in there. I don't know.
Did anybody use him on Thursday night in the home run derby? That's what I'm wondering.
Right.
Play.
Could have won the bracket with him pitching.
Bloom not a whole lot better.
No.
They welcome him in with a solo home run.
Resmondo's in the groove. And they're going to start pushing the run roll here. 24-9 in the second. Of course, it's 30 after 3, 20 after 4, and 15 after 5. I always like to give the new viewers the dimensions here. 335 down the left field line, 385 to the gaps, 400 to center. We're using the Stadium ZN ball.
Hands coming down. Play.
The Dudley Stadium ZN has been part of this men's major as long as I have been covering it seems.
And this version of the ball seems to be just about right.
Yeah.
For this size field.
It had a little bit of an adjustment period after great success for a long while.
Yeah, I think that was just the production of the ball itself was a little bit inconsistent. The rain may have stopped, or is it just a little bit sprinkling, I think. Kyle Pearson, the batter. 15 runs across for Resmondo, working on one of the biggest innings of the tournament for any team.
Play.
Backside. Caught by Gill on the run. That'll end it. Resmondo gets 15. They lead 24-9. We go to the third inning.
We'll stay here. It's a wet night. If you're a sideline reporter, you got to bring an umbrella. It seems like it's the key. Definitely not the day to wear high heels, but overall, Lindsay, how are the conditions down on the field?
Well, Ernie, I have to thank DW for this umbrella. He found it and said, here, I know you're going down the field. You can take it. And no heels tonight. I am sticking with the tennis shoes. And as for the field conditions, I spoke to Coach Hortenbach from Resmondo before the game. He said his concern is the infield. It's a little muddy out there. He's concerned with fielders making sure that they field the ball in front of them instead of trying to think about anticipating the next move. And throwing could be a big issue as well. He said that ball gets tricky when it's mixed with water.
The umbrella, though, clutch, DW.
Yeah, it comes in handy.
Yeah, DW came in clutch today with the umbrella.
All right, Lindsay, thanks so much.
We are in Florida, so umbrellas come in handy.
Absolutely.
For Resmondo, Brad Record.
All right, Colby Hughes here in the third inning. And I think it goes without saying, Dan Smith, they need something big here at this point.
Yep. You see Freddie Bynum, their normal starting shortstop, is now coaching first base. He's also injured, so they lost their starting pitcher, Watson. Starting shortstop, Bynum. Big part of their defense.
Strike! Yep, attaboy. Good pitch.
Play. 14 of the 24 for Resmondo.
Good. Great
Scored
work.
on home runs.
Bryson Baker's over there at second base now. Brad Record at third. So it looks like a few defensive changes as Resmondo's feeling pretty good about this game and starting to give players a break, knowing they would need to win 2 more after this.
But that's the positive of winning last night. It's not a completely insurmountable day to win all those games.
Yeah. Teams are fairly fresh playing the 1 game per day until now, especially if you're in the winner's bracket. But they got a big hill to climb tonight.
Usually what happens, you come in the
2
game
in a
and
row.
they hit one at you.
That was a tough one, too. He made a good play on it.
Yeah.
Record at third tried to bounce that one across, and it kind of took a shot to the right.
Well, it's a hard surface to bounce it across because of how damp it is.
Down. Play.
Just not getting a true bounce at this point. Brian Circle.
Hit it well.
He got enough.
Wow. Circle, not known for his power, but it's a nice 2-run shot to lead off the third. Like Bloom's walk-up music, Star Wars. It's pretty good.
Go catch the Star Wars Spectacular just really a mile from here. Nice grab.
Waichman with the sliding catch and left.
Yeah.
Now the top of the order.
It's all about the slide.
Here, you know what I mean?
2 for 2 in the game. Stephen Lloyd.
Beautiful.
So the Star Wars park, it's a standalone park?
Well, it's great catch. Interrupted us for a moment. Hollywood Studios. They're building an own Star Wars themed area inside of it.
Okay.
If you like the Star Wars music, they got fireworks every night around 9 o'clock.
Hands coming down. Play.
They got the good versus the evil with the red fireworks. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Oh, yeah.
You love it then.
Clark got him to pop out in the infield to end the inning. 24-11 Resmondo. They're going to try to add to it in the bottom of the third.
USSSA is the stage where the nation's top sports stars shine for the country to see. On the diamond, the top baseball players are looking to be chosen by the Select 30 and compete as a team at the National Amateur Baseball Championships. In Fast Pitch, USA Elite Select and the World Fast Pitch Championships brings together premier players and teams from across the country to play for the title and continue their dream of one day playing professional softball. While Nationwide Conference USSSA hosts the stars of slow pitch softball. Take your game to the next level. Play the best. Play USSSA. USSSA is the stage where the nation's top sports stars shine for the country to see. On the diamond, the top baseball players are looking to be chosen by the Select 30 and compete as a team at the National Amateur Baseball Championships. In Fast Pitch, USA Elite Select and the World Fast Pitch Championships brings together premier players and teams from across the country to play for the title and continue their dream of one day playing professional softball. While Nationwide Conference USSSA hosts the stars of slow pitch softball. Take your game to the next level. Play the best. Play USSSA.
Hey, did my pump fakes really look that bad?
Leading off for Resmondo, the 2013 World Series MVP.
They're in there giving you shit.
Greg,
I want to win. I'll do whatever it takes.
Hands coming down. Play.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. Kind of like Chad Loudon.
Greg Cannell, the batter for Resmondo, bottom of the third.
Hands coming down. Play.
Trying to see what bat he's swinging. We were asking that earlier. I think it's still worth. Line smash at the shortstop, who backhands it. It's the veteran Chad Durick.
Drive by Cannell, snared by Durick.
So the question is,
line drive catch.
It would be ideal conditions for this Resmondo team to have the wind blowing out to left.
Right.
But I would think the second most ideal is where we are right now, where it's
Hands
absolutely
coming down. Play.
dead and still. Is that?
Yeah, I think this would benefit them. The cooler temperatures, for sure, should allow Resmondo to do what they do. The question is, and without the wind, the knuckleball doesn't knuckle as much, so that's a disadvantage for Purcell.
Play.
It'll be interesting.
We're not there yet,
No.
but we're cruising our way towards that point. Gives you score another another 7 runs here. And then Dan Smith's down to their final 3 outs potentially.
Be an impressive win to pull off a 20-run victory. Although we're only in the third, so you'd have to get to 30 runs to end the game.
Hands coming down. Play.
Popped him up. Looks playable. Whoop. Hughes.
Colby Hughes has had a opportunity at a couple today.
I was back there at the fence when I went to lunch.
Yep.
And it looks really short, right?
Right.
But when you go up and stand next to it, it's actually 6 foot. Yeah, so it's over my head.
But it's actually
Keep working here. Let's go.
I feel like that fence has given us some opportunities to have some memorable plays over the years.
Absolutely, for
Hands
some great
coming down.
plays.
Play.
It's going to be at 8 feet at the Space Coast.
I tell you
what.
what.
Baseball game, we'd say Buddy Wolf was right on it, but I don't know whether that works that way for slow pitch.
Just the opposite in slow pitch. When the guy swings like that and hits it straight back, you say, I might take that guy out next time. Take him out of the lineup.
Hands coming down. Play.
Wolf has struggled here today. Popped him up.
What other options do they have for the championship game that you might think about?
Brett Helmer. Yeah. You got Helmer down there. He did not swing today. And he was hitting it pretty good Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yep.
I guess someone would have to play right field, and Kirby's got that pulled muscle. He wouldn't be able to do it.
Hands coming down.
Might put Bryson Baker out there and right.
Play.
No more push. Good pitch. Let's go.
Brad Reckert pops it up. Shallow right center. Zirkle with the basket catch ends the inning.
3.
Resmondo goes down, scoring 2. They lead 26-11. Go to the top of the 4th.
With Direct Points Daily, your vacation begins at GoMelbourneFlorida.com.
Each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
A lot of hard work.
We know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free when booking their team's travel with us.
That's all right, come on, it's fine.
Save time, save money, fly with the Air Travel Group.
They're in love with it today. Yep. I think Chad requested it. Freebird.
26-11.
It's my Magic Mike song.
Defensive change for Resmondo. Coming into pitch is
Dan Sanchez coming into pitch now.
And now batting for Dan Smith, the leadoff for Chad.
Hands coming down, sir. Play. Back here.
Chad Turek, the batter. That'll welcome you into the game.
Dan Sanchez, yeah. First pitch, right back at his
Time.
head.
Now 3 in the game. So a runner on 4. He's 2 for 2 in the game.
This is why I don't pitch. Look at this. Coming right at you. And in slow mode, look quick.
We need that flight scope. See how hard that ball is hit. Burn.
Next year we'll have it for you. Right now it's sitting at Space Coast Complex on the Championship Stadium. Probably not helping us out a whole lot right here, right?
Right. Did it survive the hurricane?
It did. Probably needs to be realigned, I would assume.
Yep. Hands coming down.
How'd you make out on Hurricane Irma?
Did okay. They just 24 hours without power.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Which is, yeah. But
came here, did not get the plate.
We live on a very
Yes, that is correct.
tree-filled street, so there was about 7 hours of trees to be put to the side, but sorry. Hey, could be a lot worse than that for sure.
It's not too bad.
I mean, the chairman of the board and CEO of USSSA lost his entire pool cage. A lot of people, we were talking about with Kipco, realized that the hurricane deductible is 2%, so you're talking about,
oh well,
could be a, you may have a $15,000 repair, but your deductible is $12,000.
Right. Greinert crushed it.
Wow, I think that one went over 2 walls.
It hit something and then bounced back over the fence and came into the field. Greinert crushed it to right center, well over 400 feet.
Here's a look.
Bounces, hits the yellow wall, comes back, or did it hit the pole?
Tough to tell.
Big John Williams bed.
Hands coming down. Play.
Smith scored in every inning. But they're chasing 13.
Play.
Good work.
Well, the Greinert experiment did work out quite to their favor.
Strike.
Experiment?
Play.
I mean, you said you haven't seen
the pitching.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice try, barely. Good work.
But who's to say that the difference, it would have been different had they stuck with the same bloom.
Yeah, it could have been the same.
Yep. I don't hear it.
From up here, we can't tell if Greinert was pitching a knuckleball or just laying it in there. Sanchez on the mound for Resmondo. Looks like Brad Record still at third base. Some of the backups.
That one scoots its way back up the middle. And Dan Sanchez has yet to record it out since he's been inserted into the game. Again, part of this is probably strategy, getting Travis Clark ready. At this point, you're feeling pretty good that you're going to be playing an hour from now. Now, if it's a 10-run plus 4th inning, maybe not.
Right, Resmondo's with the hammer. They're feeling pretty comfortable. They can always re-enter some of these players as well. One time.
Hands coming down. Play.
Westy Gill bounces it. Nice play by Pearson. Have to tag him.
Yeah.
Not time on the double play.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was the difference. Had you gone to second and first and it was a force,
I got you.
For sure they were out, but because you got the out here.
Ball looks like it's going to beat him, but the tag, he had to catch it off to the side.
Sure.
Oh, good. We get to listen to Colby's song.
It's a dang good song.
Here comes Brett Helmer strolling out.
You want to do any shout out to the
Helmer, the manager? He's going to be second guessed about some of the moves in that winner's bracket final this afternoon.
So who's this song for?
Including not putting himself in as a pinch hitter at the end of the game.
I said, what do you think?
You think Helmer really believes that
He played a lot of baseball and coached down at Drury.
there should have been an out at second, or you think he's just slowing things down?
I think from his angle, right?
Yeah.
He's in the third base dugout.
They're on Drury Lane.
He sees the ball go past the runner. He thinks it's going to be an out. He doesn't see the angle that we had.
Dizzy's done a nice job of playing a handful of our replays on the video board, which I think the fans here in the stands can enjoy.
Yep.
Obviously, that'll be a lot easier to do next year. The video
Hands
board
coming down.
dimensionally is going to be bigger at the Space Coast than it is here.
Wow, that ball's knuckling. So a bigger video board, and then the scoreboard goes on top or underneath.
The scoreboard's going to go underneath. So honestly, my assumption is The width of the new video board is probably about the width of the scoreboard here, because I know that the scoreboard that we have is quite substantial. Just to give you an idea, but you know, we don't have the whole scoreboard facade that they have here.
The whole wall.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, structurally, because there's panels for advertising on the sides and on the top, it makes that video board structure even bigger.
Outside.
So similar to the scoreboard here with the champion ads on the side.
Yeah, not quite as wide.
Not as high, or
no, it's going to have a little high. I bet you at the end of the day it'll probably be as high as the.
if it's as high as that, that's a pretty good structure.
I got you.
Yeah.
3 in the top of the fourth, 26-14. Resmondo back to the plate. This is where we sit. 26-14.
Yep, hang on to it.
Resmondo needs a couple here to put Dan Smith down to their final outs in the 5th. And if they go hog wild crazy,
for me, sir.
They can finish it off right here in the 4th inning.
Right,
and get about a 45. I would assume that we're going to stay on time and make a 7 o'clock championship game, so you'd have 45 minutes or so of a break. Is that about right, you'd say?
You think there'd be a break?
I'm not sure. I don't know. As I guess it's a matter of if we start seeing Smash It work their way down.
Hands coming down. Play.
We'll just play on through. Line drive base hit for Kirby.
Received a question asking where Howie Krause is.
Time.
Originally, he was with Resmondo. He was going to be a manager. Him and Homer were going to be the managers. But Travis Resmondo, the sponsor, his son plays, I think it's 11U baseball.
Yep.
Pretty competitive. And Howie Krause was tabbed to be the manager. So he spent his summer managing baseball. We have not seen him at a conference event this year.
Come on, let's go work him here. Let's go.
Hands coming down, sir. Play.
That Ryan Goodman, I think, at first. Running first to third.
Ryan Goodman
Upside with the base hit.
Time.
Runners on the corner score. He's 3 for 3 in the game, 3 home runs. Kevin Bazat.
Runners on the corners.
Bazat hit that long homer last time up.
Hands coming down. Play.
It's hoping that Resmondo will once again run this town tonight. But first, they need to get out of this one, and then they're going to need to take 2.
Play.
Another moonshot by Bazat. He hit it, and he turned and walked off. He knew it was gone. 3-run homer. Makes it 29-14.
Well, it's been an interesting week for Dan Smith and for Tommy Bloom. Obviously playing in this championship, or losers bracket championship. For more on that, let's
Hands coming
head down to the
Play.
dugouts to Lindsey Smith. Lindsey?
That's right, Bernie. If you guys at home don't recognize the name or are not familiar with Tommy Bloom, that's because he is a conference rookie this year. And what a spot to be in your rookie year. You're playing for, honestly, the sudden death game between these two teams. And it's all on the line for him. Let's see what he can do with the rest of the game.
Thanks so much, Lindsay. There's been a lot of fresh faces over the last couple of years working their way into the conference, DW.
A lot of rookies with John Williams at third base was playing D-ball 3 years ago. Jason Matusik at first.
Coming down. Play.
Also a D player just 3 years ago. Both of them worked their way up the ranks quickly.
Play. Play.
This one stays at the ballpark. Well, I think that you always have the vision that you want to get a chance to pitch against the Smashits, the Resmondos, the Dan Smiths. But the question is, did you envision this quickly that you're going to be doing it at the Major World Series?
I mean, part of being a backup maybe on one of the top 4 teams, which Dan Smith's the number 4 team, maybe part of that is just knowing that chance that the guy ahead of you could get hurt and
hands coming down. Play.
You have a shot to play in these big games rather than playing on a lesser team and being a starter. Maybe that appeals to some of the pitchers. We see Dan Sanchez in his 3rd year as a backup with Resmondo when he could pitch for a top 10 team and be a starter. Wow, where's that ball?
This ball over. It clears the board.
That's the second one of the tournament. Arjun Dodds on opening day. Actually, I think it was Thursday morning he hit one over. So by our unofficial softball center count, that's only the second ball over the board in an actual game. Circle coming in, sliding basket catch. Out number 2.
2 outs for cleanup hitter and the outstanding defensive performer of the 2008 World Series, Waichman.
Hands coming down. Play.
Well, they're 4 away from a win.
Play. Foul. You okay?
So the championship game between Smash It and Resmondo, it appears at this point.
Play.
Right here. We'll have it for you live.
Play. Yep.
Waichman draws a walk.
And now the pitcher, Dan Sanchez.
Dan Sanchez now.
Hands coming down. Play.
First pitch, driven. It looked foul right off the bat.
Foul ball.
And it is going to be foul.
Hands coming down. Play.
Gets it fair, but gets it caught out in right field. That will retire the side.
Here, you got a long way to
Dan
run.
Smith needs a couple just to bring us to the bottom of the fifth as Resmondo closing in on a run rule win.
Yes, sir.
It's the top of the fifth inning.
I think you got a hold of that one. What do you think?
No, still got some left.
You got some left? Yeah, yeah. What's wrong with your eye there? I went straight over the 400, straight over that center section. Yep, yep.
Some good banter between innings. And Zirkle will lead things off here in the fifth.
Hands coming down. Plate. Foul ball!
Foul on the line.
I get from over there. Now you want to pull it? Oh, shit. Oh, guns are nice to you. Guns are actually nice. You go, Dirk.
Thank you. Hands coming down. Plate. Plate.
Down the line and caught in fair
Catch,
territory.
Oh, up. I'm trying to work on my bat boy trophy. Yeah, yeah.
And now the pitcher's slot, Tom Bloom.
That rain was just enough to just make him mad.
Now batting in place of Bloom, Freddie Bynum, the batter.
Got it? They just announced him. Now he's. That's not your music. Hands coming down, sir. Plate.
Here's a home run. Freddie Bynum.
Yeah, that about hit him.
Oh, almost hit him.
Bynum, Spark, Dan Smith now to the top of their order, and Stephen Lloyd.
Back to the top of the lineup.
Coming down. Plate.
Stephen Lloyd.
Lloyd with a
Sanchez somehow caught that one for the second out.
But he holds on to the run.
Check this out.
Now 2 outs for Chad Durek.
Wow.
Matrix.
Can you just call me out on strike so we can go home?
Step across the plate, something. Hey, step out of the box. You know, we'll call it once. No.
Do what?
Let me know. Hands coming down. Play.
Incredible.
Time.
Durek with a single. There's now 1 on.
Yep.
For Chris Reiner.
Brett. Gentry.
Griner, who made an appearance pitching in this one.
Can we do it left? Hands coming down, sir. Play. Yep.
Go short.
Play. That's gone. Nope. Up.
Well, that's what they needed to get another inning. Half inning at least.
Time.
Gets us back under 15.
And now cleanup hitter John Williams.
Hands coming down. Play. Play. Play.
Nicely done. But Jonathan Williams beats it out over at first.
Williams with an infield single. Ryan comes in at 4.
Mark.
And now Jason Batistic about it.
Yep. Hands coming down. Play.
Oh, wow. Greg Cannell just got hit by a softball in his mug, it looked like.
Yeah, it did.
Took a wicked hop.
Now right fielder Wesley Will.
Westy Quill now.
Hands coming down, sir. Play.
And that one leaves the yard.
Three-run home run for Wesley Quill.
Yes, sir.
And now left fielder number 6 Colby Hughes.
20-30. Dan Smith making a run here in the 5th inning.
Hands coming down. Play.
Smash Hit Sports trying to work their way back into the complex for the championship game. Colby Hughes, though, leaves the yard. Dan Smith's not done yet.
Back-to-back jacks for Dan Smith. Now middle infielder, 2-3, Kyle Pearson.
Hands coming down. Play. Foul. Hands coming down. Play.
A 7-run
Play.
5th inning. Dan Smith is not done yet.
Play.
A long run in left field, and Waichman hauls it in.
Waichman with the catch holds on and puts an end to the scoring by Dan Smith. They do put up 7 runs here at the top of the 5th.
Here's another look.
It's a 9-run game. Favorite Resmondo. They bring in play ball
as Waichman hauls it in.
With Direct Flights Daily, your vacation begins at GoMelbourneFlorida.com.
Each and every day you come out here to the park, you give everything you got.
Behind every good team is a great coach.
Our hands are not in here, hands are out.
Today's coaches mold tomorrow's leaders.
A lot of hard work.
We know the blood, sweat, and tears that go into the job. And that's why this season, coaches fly free when booking their team's travel with us.
That's all right, come on, it's fine.
Save time, save money, fly with the Air Travel Group.
Yes, sir.
Now batting in the bottom of the 5th for Resmondo, Buddy Wolf.
Buddy Wolf is the batter
Hands
here.
coming down. Play. Thank you. Play.
Dan Smith avoiding the run rule in the top of the 5th inning, scoring 7 runs. And we'll see how Resmondo answers back here in the 5th. Getting their chance to bat in the bottom of the inning.
Buddy Wolf for the leadoff double to right field for Resmondo. And now 0 Brent Record the batter.
Yes, sir.
Set up here, let's go.
Hands coming down.
Take a play.
Brad
Play.
Record, the batter.
You got room, you got room!
That one stays in the park, it's playable.
Size! Hand was on the bag!
Wow.
Time.
Record retired in left field.
Record retired. Take a look at how tight this was over at third. Hughes comes in, makes the throw.
Yep.
Scott Kirby now.
Hands coming down, sir. Play.
Scott Kirby.
Scott Kirby leaves the yard.
This one is 2-run blast. And now the outfielder each 4 for 4. It's Mike Umshad.
Yep. Hands coming down. Plate. Plate. Hands coming down. Play. Strike.
Called strike.
Play.
W went down to try to get some of the final team pictures. And poked through the infield.
Tired.
He's now 5 for 5 in the game. And now the shortstop 4 for 4 in the game. He's driven in 7 on 4 home runs. Kevin Bazat.
Hands coming down. Play.
Kevin Bazat. 2 away.
Behind you, Mike. Behind you, Mike.
Tired.
Lifts the ball to right field route for 2. And now the top for Resmondo and Bryce Baker.
Hands coming
Bryson
down.
Baker.
A little more push. Good pitch.
Play. Play.
Catch that. You got room.
And another one in foul territory by Colby Hughes. He'll go grab his cap. He will come in and we will play the 6th inning. (32-21).
Leading off the top of the 6th inning,
Brian Zirkle lead off the 6th inning.
Hands coming down. Play.
Takes the first pitch inside.
Play.
Zirkle retired for out number 1.
He made it now, right?
Zirkle retired at first base. There's one out now for pitcher Tom Bloom.
Hands coming down, sir.
Bloom now, the batter at the very bottom of the lineup.
Back here, shorten it up. Play.
Two outs.
It's two.
And now the top of the order, Boyd.
Hands coming down. Plate. Not enough. Time.
2 outs stumble by Steve Lloyd. And now Chad Durrett, he's 4 for 4 in the game.
You set. All right, hands coming down. Here we go.
Dan Smith would like to get a couple more, so it's not just 4 runs that Resmondo needs to finish this thing off. They're down to their final 4 outs of the 2017 season. Dirk is going to drive home one under the fence for a ground rule double.
And number 33, Chris Reiner, the double shy of the cycle.
I thought he asked how many outs. Hands coming down. Play.
Chris Greinert.
Go ahead and take a peek.
That one hits the top of the wall and goes over.
Mark.
Chris Greinert goes 405 stories high. This one a 2-run blast, and now John Williams the batter.
Hands coming down. Plate. Plate.
Knocked down over at third.
Time.
Jonathan Williams.
Williams with a 2-out single. And now Jason Smith, the batter.
Yes, sir. Hands coming down. Plate. Yep. And then. Plate.
Jason Matusik called for and caught in center. Brings us to the bottom of the 6th inning. We are inching closer to the championship game here at the men's major, but Rezzy's still got some work to do.
USSSA is the stage where the nation's top sports stars shine for the country to see. On the diamond, the top baseball players are looking to be chosen by the Select 30 and compete as a team at the National Amateur Baseball Championships. In Fast Pitch, USA Elite Select and the World Fast Pitch Championships brings together premier players and teams from across the country to play for the title and continue their dream of one day playing professional softball. While Nationwide Conference USSSA hosts the stars of slow pitch softball. Take your game to the next level. Play the best. Play USSSA.
Less than 1 year later, here we are. And we've been very busy in believing in this project, giving this association the new chapter. Now this is the final stop for at least the next 20 years.
Did you see what he did?
It's just not doing shit for me. Hey, Tommy.
Here we go, ball's in.
Resmondo trying to wrap up a championship while they're young.
Hands coming down. Plate. Here you go.
Cal Pearson, the lights are on. That means
hands coming down. Plate.
Essentially prime time.
Plate. Plate.
Last one went over the scoreboard, and this one hits the scoreboard.
Kyle Pearson's home run of the game. That's 9 homers for the World Series. And now the middle infielder, Greg Cannell, the batter.
Work him here, let's go.
Hands coming down. Plate.
Greg Cannell. You would love to find his groove.
Right over the bag.
It's a fair ball down the line, headed to the championship game. Hasn't been his most successful World Series. He's got a double here.
Double by Cannell. Now the cleanup hitter, number 12, the left fielder, Brian Waichman.
Now it's Waichman
coming
hitting.
Down. Plate. Plate.
Waichman launches that one foul.
Hands coming down. Plate.
Waichman not running out of the box, and it almost cost him.
Time.
Took him a second to realize that Pearson didn't have a good handle on it. He was upset out of the box, and then when he realized that it was knocked down, kicked it into another gear.
Oh, I mean, whatever you want to call them, get used to it.
Hands coming down. Plate.
Sanchez will see how important he becomes in tonight's final.
Time.
Sanchez rides in Cannell.
If that score is accurate, they need 4.
Got 2 homers in the game. is Buddy Wolf.
Buddy Wolf.
Come on, let's go. Keep working, let's go.
Yep.
Keep working, let's go here, make a play here, let's go.
They need 5.
What?
They need 5. Hands coming down. Play.
Good pitch.
Play.
Dan Smith down to their final 3 outs. Resmondo is yet to
get it.
Have it out recorded here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Yep. Back here.
Loaded up.
Well, the base on ball for the sets are loaded for 0 grand records.
Hey, let's go here. Make a play here, let's go.
Yep. Hands coming down. Plate. Plate.
A little more push, brother, a little more push.
Time is called. Hands coming down. Plate.
Brad Record.
Nope, just out.
Pitch outside. Could be 2. The second, they get 1, and they will trade 2 outs for a run here in the inning.
They get the pitches that the friends of the play. Now with 2 outs, number 10, Scott Kirby.
Hey, a lot of power, brother. It's
Try
to make it dance. I don't know. He's due to miss one sooner or later.
Hands coming down. Plate. Plate.
Scott Kirby.
Good ball.
Deep. And gone. This is the Scott Kirby they need in the championship game.
He's got 4 home runs.
His 4th home run.
And now number 21, Mike Upside.
Mike Umshine now.
Yep. Hands coming down. Plate.
We got to play all 7, folks. Umshine out at first, and it'll send us to the final inning of this losers bracket final with Resi up by 13.
5 runs off the board. They give us 5 runs on 4 hits.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at GoCocoBeach.com.
That's where we sit. getting ready to play the final inning.
All right, here we go.
Could be the final game of the season.
Steve. Here we go.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning for Dan Smith, Westy Pearl.
Hands coming down. Play.
Westy goal. This one's got a chance. Oh my goodness. A chunk of turf came up. As Kevin Bazant went out to make the play.
His glove hit my shin when he tagged me in the ball throw.
And then he ran into the umpire.
Soccer.
Big part of the turf.
Yes, sir.
Colby Hughes.
3 down.
Will aboard at third base, and now Colby Hughes the batter.
Hands coming down. Play.
Colby Hughes all the way to the wall.
Watch the bat.
That'll score a run.
Hughes with a triple coming to score as Will. And now number 15, Kyle Pearson.
Hands coming down. Plate. Play. Still back. Here.
All right, here we go.
Play.
Kyle
Strike.
Pearson takes a called strike.
Oh boy.
Half a ball. Hands coming down. Play.
Pearson.
Yep.
Deep.
Yep.
He's got a lot of power.
Yeah, he does.
And that one's gone.
There you go.
Panhandle powers.
He's got some power.
His second round trip of the game. Driving in Hughes from third
He's got
base.
a ton of power.
Hey, half a ball difference on those two.
Oh yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, he's he gets a free swing, man. He is freaking real.
Yes. Well, that's Kyle Pearson.
I know. Tell you what, he's way more athletic than our Kyle Pearson.
Yeah.
But our Kyle Pearson hits it about 100 feet farther.
It's country strong.
He is.
Hands coming down. Play.
Brian Zirkle. It's a big 7th inning. Probably nobody more pleased with this than smash it. Kevin Bazant throws home and Zirkle comes all the way around.
Yeah.
Mark. For number 11, Tom Blue.
Nobody. All right, Freddie. Hands coming down. Play.
Thomas Bloom.
Foul ball. Hands coming down, sir. Play.
Bloom to left. A double.
Tie.
Legs out and dribble to the gap. Now that is goes to the top of the order. And Stephen Lloyd.
Hey, y'all wait.
Hands coming
Stephen
down.
Lloyd
Play.
now.
Strike.
Nice start. That's a good pitch. Nice start.
Hands coming down. Play.
Good.
Play.
Well, that's the only way he could have done it.
Cross the diamond, nice play to get Lloyd.
Time.
Comes up and gets Lloyd at first base. Holding at third is Bloom. Just one out now for Chad Durrett.
Hands coming down. Play.
Chad Durek missed it, but it's still carrying. But I needed a couple more feet.
No throw. No throw.
Bloom comes to score, but unfortunately out number 2.
And now Resmondo, they're 1 out away.
5 for 5 in the game. Chris Reiner.
Hands coming down. Play. Back. Play.
Oh my God.
Dirty Sanchez finishes things with a bang.
Throws out Reiner at first base and preserves the Resmondo.
Big John. Always a pleasure, sir. Always.
Take a look at the final out. It sends Resmondo onto the final.
Gotta get dressed, right?
Yeah. Five pitcher.
And this year's World Series.
Wow.
Championship will be following very soon here on the Champion Stadium.
29-37. Lindsay waiting to get the post-game interview. The third place trophy out on the field. And Helmer and company on to the final for a rematch.
Just keep pulling the cord. Keep pulling.
Keep pulling. That's good right there.
All right. Resmondo winner, 37-29. And their manager player, Brett Helmer, is down on the field with Lindsay Schmidt. Lindsay?
Thank you, Bernie. Brett, a different look for you guys than when we first saw you today. Obviously, more home runs in this game than the last. What was different about the way you guys approached the plate this game?
Well, you know what? We didn't play a very good game this morning. Still had some opportunities to get it done. Didn't do that. Once you get that one loss, you got to no holds barred, right? Come out here and be as aggressive as you can. We were much more aggressive there, and we had to be, quite honestly, because they put up a great number. They did real well. They had a nice weekend, so we expected that kind of fight from them. We got off to a really great start and just kept on going. So we got to take that momentum right into this game, and hopefully the one after.
And I saw you joking around with Andy a little bit before this. You guys have done this obviously before. What's special about this game in this moment here?
Well, you know, Andy in particular, him and I have been going at each other for the better part of 20 years now, and you know, it's odd that we've never really got to play together. It's always been, you know, just going at it. So we enjoy this, the competitiveness, but also the camaraderie with a lot of these guys who've been around as long as him and I have. So we don't expect anything less than hopefully 2 great games.
Before I let you go and move on to those maybe 2 great games, what are some things that you guys as a team have to do tonight to make up for what you guys didn't get to do today?
We got to get off to just a better start. We didn't score till the 3rd inning. We can't do that against them. You know, we got to post up some runs early on, even if it's 2-3 runs the first inning, 2-3 runs second, something to put a number up there, make it a little easier on ourselves, and then just be consistent. No zeros on the board. We don't want to see zeros. Score something every inning, make the routine plays, which we've done a real nice job defensively this weekend, and we should be in good shape.
Thanks, Brett. Bernie, back to you.
Thanks, Lizzie. Some good bats are going down and getting cut up as they have the bat inspections now on Dan Smith's bat. Man, here goes my BP bat with the end getting cut off right now. They're checking them all out. Final game of the Men's Major World Series, potentially. Resmondo's hoping we'll play 2. It's coming your way next on USSSAlive.com.